The Alken Falls are a 700-foot fall cascade where the Oosterley River plunges into the Hellfallen Cliffs. AlkenStar City, with its streaming, steaming factories and turning gears, stands proudly atop this waterfall. Meanwhile, the town of Martel rests at the foot of the waterfall, its two landmark towers climbing the full height of the cliffs to connect with the main city above. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Outlaws of AlkenStar Adventure Path. We are in peril. Well, the party's in peril. I'm just watching them and make the little bugs run around. When last we left our party, they were continuing their exploration of the Wailing Scrapyard, so named because it's supposedly haunted. After nearly, not almost successfully defeating, I want to call it a rust monster, I want to call it slime, I want to call it a very interesting mutated original monster for this setting. It nearly melted and took big chunks out of our latest party edition. Matt Spiegler's in the house tonight playing Took Fume. But thanks to the quick actions of Charwin, Drew's new druid, and the steady, shall we say, encouragement as well as tactical spells from Pilo, Troy's skeletal bard, and the relentless punching of our barbarian, played by Corey Chaison, the party was successful. And now they face another obstacle, a giant 20 by 20 steel cube. But that's not a problem. There's a crane right there. And without missing a beat, was it a grappling gun, a pole vault? He was so quickly drowned out by the "ha-ha" as Took Fume acrobatically in his armor, mounted the crane, got into the gearbox, and immediately began trying to operate said thing when a chittering noise grew louder. Yeah, we glanced at Corey's character, but we'll get into that in future episodes. And a cockroach swarm, 10 by 10, fills the crane and its apparatus. And we begin today's episode on the battle screen because, well, you know, we're going to have some sort of problem with them, I'm sure. At the top of the initiative order, we have Took Fume with Gauze on deck. Tuck? I thought it was Took.
No, that's what I told you. It wasn't.
Oh.
And
so I've been hammering this away back. I'm sorry. Took Fume. My apologies. Not really. What do? You're about to be eaten alive.
I'm thinking of just changing it to Took because you're probably going to keep saying it.
That would be actually funny if the character just, like, insisted that his name was the other one.
It's like Carol Cheryl from Archer.
Exactly. You still have Drew Charwin, your partner, insisting that your name was the other one.
Yeah, they start crawling up my arms and stuff, and I just immediately run away and warn the others as I'm running, like, Do not go in there.
Okay. I don't believe these creatures get an attack of opportunity, so you are clear. Can I have an athletics to quickly climb down or acrobatics to jump out to safety as your first action? Please. Your second action, if you specifically warn the foe's position to your party, it grants them, knowledge and bonus.
20 acrobatics and 15 athletics.
So which did you want to do? Did you want to climb or did you want to...
I'm not trained in acrobatics, but I am trained in athletics. I meant to roll athletics.
Okay. So I see. Because you're not picking after your roll going, well, this one looks nice. It's like, do what your character would do, right? Like,
right.
Is it in character for him to jump and tumble, or is it for him to climb rapidly, But, the old ladder slide, right? So
yeah. I use my athletics and I get down.
Okay. Does the ladder slide? Oh, that's the wrong mini. Let's get Took out there. There we go. He does the ladder slide. He plunks down, warns the party. I forget what it's called. Help me out here. Anyway, I know it's an action when you point out an enemy so that they don't have to make perception checks. Otherwise, they're all going to be wasting actions. What is this? What is the problem? What do you see, right? So you can actually save the entire party one action by spending arrows by pointing it out, which leaves you a final action to do what?
The water hasn't fully drained yet, right? There's still water.
Well, you guys were healing yourselves for like an hour, so yeah, it's actually probably drained out by now, because then we had the skeleton guy playing with his rags.
Oh, that would have been helpful to have some water. Cockroaches probably couldn't.
I will say that there is still water around the drain itself in that 5-foot square. If you want to go stand on the island, sure.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm safe.
We're all just gonna pile on top of your shoulders, and all the cockroaches run and fall down the drain.
Fear not, my friends. Tuck is safe. Tuck is safe. Damn it. Maybe your split personality. I'm in your head.
I'll just move back to where like north.
Okay.
15 feet.
The guarded position of, you're ready.
Yeah.
But what do we do, boys? And that kind of thing. Okay. Gauze does something really weird, but luckily, Took would have been the only one to see him do it. I'll give you a free perception check because he's facing the crane.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception for me, Spiegler.
That didn't come up.
18?
Oh, sorry, 18.
Yeah. Gauze's mouth puffs out. His cheeks puff out, and his mouth opens slightly, and it looks like he has black, hairy cactus in his mouth. Like he'd stuffed his face with said food. And he sort of panics a bit, covers his mouth. You only saw it, but it looked like these black, hairy cactus, 2 of them, puffed out his cheeks all of a sudden, and he kind of swallows it back in and hides his face. And also, because you warned, yeah, this will be my excuse, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, backs off. Charwin, you are up. Pilo, get ready, you're on deck. Charwin, what do you want to do?
Let's see, maybe I'll head a little bit to the east. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Standing
25.
over 20.
Yeah,
okay.
maybe I'll go just north of the drain.
Okay.
Let's see, so that puts me 5, 10, 15, 20. Is that maybe 30-ish to the... Yeah, it's 30 feet from the swarm.
Yep.
So I'll say, well, where have you been hiding those? And maybe I'll cast a spout on them.
Okay. You're a druid. Are bugs your friends? We don't judge. There's all kinds of druids.
I'm more of the saving water type of druid, I guess.
Okay.
They're really bugging.
Bit choppy tonight, Joe. I don't know if you can turn anything off there.
There's really not a lot extra I can do at this point.
Okay. Hey, I'm just happy you're here. Well, your character's not here yet, but we'll see. So, talk to me, Drew. I see lots of dice going. What's going on here?
So, had him roll reflex. So
Yep.
it looks like they succeeded
Yep.
for only half damage. And I got a 4 + 4, 7. So they only take
They took one. Focused attacks, cut in half, possibly. It says partially resisted. So they do take a bit of damage. Some bugs scatter and die, but your attack does not seem overly effective. And they did save. That's a movement. Did it cost you 2 to cast a spell?
That was 2.
Okay,
so I
so that's
am
you.
done.
Pilo, you are up. What do you want to do?
Oh, geez. These look like the kind of bugs that would have been around when I was losing all my flesh. Okay, so...
Are they responsible for your manicure?
Don't really remember at this point. So where are these bugs? They disappeared? Or we can still see them?
Do you see them?
Oh, there they are. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Sorry, they're flashing. It's kind of a red patch over top of the crane. It's kind of hard to
I
see
notice
with all
it
this
now,
red
yeah.
ash. Yeah.
I see it now.
Okay.
Are they
Actually,
elevated
sorry.
above us, or is it something that we?
They're in the crane, like they're coming up out of everything: the seat, the chair, the gearbox, the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they're currently swarming up out of the ground and out of places in the crane. You know, he barely got out of there.
So, but is it at a? Can I get over there? Are they above us? If I was going to cast something, go to cast it up, or are they kind of on a level plane with us?
Oh, there's enough of them that even though they fill a 10 by 10 patch, I will say that there is sort of a 5 foot deep, tall, pocket. They're only like 5 feet up, if that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the crane is kind of up on top of. The crane's up in the air, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say these things are 10 feet off the ground. Okay, I see what you're looking at there. Because the crane itself is elevated. So
if I were to come about 10 feet closer.
Yeah, so they're technically, we could say they're 15 feet away.
I'm going to do, there's my movement for one action. I have 2 actions left for hunting him, which is a 15-foot cone for my spellcasting modifier with a basic fortitude save.
Okay.
And if they critically fail, they're deafened for 1 minute.
Targeting them. All good.
And it's just a reflex save on their end.
So if you cast a spell, Fantasy Grounds should do it automatically, just like I did for Drew.
Critical success, no damage.
Just roll 20.
Oh jeez. Oh boy, guys, look how these guys might not have ears.
They lift their tails.
What I was saying.
They shudder their wings and they reverberate, find the harmonic convergence, and shake it off, and it passes over them and through them.
Oh boy, I hope that wasn't the scariest sound that I've ever had. I might have something better later. And that's 3 actions, right? Because I can't use the rest of my movement or anything to move away, can
I? Costs you 2 to do the spell?
Yeah.
And 1 to come up. Yep, so you're 3, yep. Right. The swarm itself moves down, like swarms down out of this thing, 10 feet, and then begins to... And they climb as quickly, actually have a climb speed. They look like they climb, okay? But not only that, because they're 10 feet up, they actually take wing. I was going to swarm and crawl across the ground towards you, but now that you've buzzed them with Sonic, they actually take flight and fly straight out. 5... Sorry, where am I here? 5, 10, 15.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, guys.
And another 5 and fly down to settle on you too. So 2 actions of flight and 1 action of swarming bites. Each enemy in the swarm space takes 1d8 piercing damage, DC 18 reflex. So, gentlemen, in my square, we're looking at Tuck and Pilo. Please give me a reflex save.
$24.
Tuck?
Muted.
10.
10. All right. The D8 is cast upon you. 3 points for Tuck, 1 point for Pilo. Pilo, as a skeleton, do you have any piercing, slashing, bludgeoning immunities or vulnerabilities?
No, I only have disease and poison.
I hate to out your secrets, but Fantasy Grounds isn't tracking this automatically, so it's sort of doing some manual stuff. Okay. And they begin swarming you and biting you. But help is on the way. Back around by the goblin count. By the goblin.
I do have a reaction for when an enemy damages my ally.
Okay.
And both are within 15 feet.
Sure.
As because I'm a Redeemer champion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's the glimpse of redemption. So all these cockroaches simultaneously see visions of like being stomped on or something, and they hesitate before attacking.
Can you read me how it works? Because they might be immune.
It just says, trigger, an enemy damages your ally, and both are within 15 feet of you.
And the effect?
Your foe hesitates under the weight of sins as visions of redemption play in their mind's eye. The foe's
What tags does this ability have?
Yeah. Because I'm immune to. I'm immune to swarm mind, so I have some immunities as far as anything that rattles my brain.
Like, does it say anything near the top that says like mind affecting?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
The foe must choose one of the following options. The ally is unharmed by the triggering damage, or the ally gains resistance to all damage equal to 2 plus your level. After the damaging effect is applied, the enemy becomes enfeebled 2 until the end of its next turn.
I call upon my rules lawyer. I'll just pull him out of a bag. Welcome to the show, Aiden Willems.
Hey, how's it going?
I would like you to look something up for me. Swarm Mind as a beast ability. You'll probably find on the wiki, because it'll probably under Swarm Mind list its actual function, and if I would be immune. So, not that that reaction doesn't happen, but I will have the damage pending for a minute.
It is immune to mental effects that target only a specific number of creatures. It is still subject to mental effects that affect all creatures in an area. That's what Swarm Mind calls out.
Okay. No, see, that would affect you. It would affect them because
what's the target? Does it say for the trigger effect?
An enemy.
So it probably actually wouldn't, because it's specifically stating a singular enemy.
A singular enemy, yeah. Sorry, dude. Nice try, though. I am a swarm.
That's like saying if we...
A swarm is an enemy and an individual is an enemy. Like
individual cockroach.
They should reword that so it's more specific. An enemy, not including swarm or something like that. You know?
No, I know, but
they would actually say like enemies in an area or something. That would affect the swarm.
Okay.
The way to proceed with your abilities, Spiegler, is it's all yes until something on this side of the screen, like what you're attacking, and then it's like, oh, well, actually, this beast has,
Yeah, like I was like, it doesn't really make sense for if it's bugs, but I might as well try it. So.
Oh yeah, no, it was a good call. We're learning as we go. Anyway.
And if it was a giant bug, like a single big bug, it worked just fine. It's just the fact that it's thousands upon thousands of tiny bugs. One of them is probably panicking right now.
Yeah, you're right.
All the ones that are attached to Pilo, not getting any fleshies, just bones. They're freaking out.
Crawling down my...
There's just one cockroach looking around like, what the...
Well, obviously, jumping the rules lawyer and the GM chair, he's dying to get back in the show. Please welcome back Joeseph Davis, playing Atticus Smokefur, who comes upon the scene now with his initiative of 4.
Finally.
Using a move action to get to your current position, popping you out to see what's going on. There you are. They are being swarmed. They're in the open. It's kind of obvious. Don't really need perception for that. What do you do with your 2 remaining actions, sir?
I'm going to sigh. Don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try. I will unfurl my gun.
Okay.
And take a shot at one of the squares the swarm doesn't have an ally in.
Okay. You may file when ready.
I think I accidentally untargeted it after you. Oh, no, it's still targeted. Okay.
Aiden, don't tell Doug I said that.
I won't.
Thank you.
Oh, that would be awesome. Let's see if this works.
Natural 20. He crits the swarm with his gun.
One very dead cockroach.
Blam. Oh,
dang.
Okay. Guns work on swarms. That's interesting.
I wonder if it's because of the damage type.
Well, I have certain weaknesses. Now, I'm not immune to slashing, piercing, and like in the old school, like P2E. I am immune to something akin. Like I said, they've evolved this monster. I have resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So, what is your actual damage type?
It's going to be bludgeoning.
Okay. That is the thing I am least resistant to. They only get a 2 resistance to that. So nice. You did 15 points. It says it took all 15. Oh, but because you can... No, you wouldn't want to make it worse.
Now, because of the nature of my gun, I do have to like manually change my damage type.
But we would
I don't
even,
think it has a baseline.
They have a slashing and piercing at like 5. So
Sure.
bludgeoning, but it should still have taken 2 off of that. I wonder why it did not.
Because I don't think my damage is typed at the moment.
No, it's type all 3 and it's confused.
Right. So, I mean, just
Yeah.
take 2 damage away is fine.
Yeah,
Bludgeoning is what my default would be.
Oh, I will.
Does it do? Is that gun a area weapon or is it single target?
It's single target. Does it not
Okay.
affect this one because of that?
No, see, that's old rules. Like in the new rules, there's nothing about, they changed it. Let's put it this way. Like, we hinted about like, remember the old P2E, like area damage is your friend? It still is, but instead of saying it's the only thing that can affect them, they have lots of the things that can affect swarms now, including your bludgeoning damage with some light. Like, we get into it. I don't want to pick this monster apart till you kill it, but it possibly might be something worth mentioning when we're done, if you survive. However, hey, guns work. Let's not look into it too much. And for your final action, oh no, you pulled your gun, you fired.
No,
right?
that was
Yeah.
pulled and fired. Yeah.
Okay. So, welcoming to the show. It's kind of mean just to pull a guy to work for me as a rules lawyer. So, a cameo appearance from the possible Dungeons and Sons, which may reboot Abomination Vaults in our future. Please welcome Aiden Williams to the show, resident rules lawyer of arguing with me, but it's helpful. Playing, well, you move forward. Yes?
Yes.
Where do you want to be from your position? I'll keep you back there and I'll give you 3 actions. Tell me where you go. Step forward in front of the cat.
15, 20.
Okay. New challenger. Please describe what we see in the chaos.
This guy.
Yes. So you'll see a feminine figure wrapped very heavily in clothes, only revealing eyebrows down to probably about chin.
Kind of like the nuns thing that like hides the hair and everything?
Not quite a habit, but it just kind of drapes to the side, but full head wrap and mostly full body wrap, but kind of loose hanging.
Yeah.
Kind of sheets on sheets. Walking forward with his staff, and a mace hanging on her side.
Okay.
And assessing that there's a bunch of cockroaches, she will reach out a hand and they will start squirming.
Do we see said hand? Are you gloved or you said you're all wrapped in cloth?
Hand is ungloved, and you can see that her skin pigment is slightly more blue than human.
Interesting.
Yes.
And what you do?
I'm going to cast Haunting Him. As a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
That's what
So based off of where I'm casting it from, it should only hit this front corner of the swarm and avoid the 2 allies.
You probably want to back that up since you're only 5 feet away from the corner of them.
Right. So 15-foot cone is 3 squares by 3 squares and then goes 1 square in like this.
So?
Yes. I think so.
Okay, so you're just looking to get the edge of the bugs. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Counting on the Pathfinder movement of diagonal 5 feet, second diagonal counts as 10, 15, which actually, I guess we could say, holds in the brunt of the damage. That's pretty cool.
Yep. But it looks like they critically saved.
28 for us! Me and my 30 cousins.
Ooh.
We critically save, and they take no damage.
Correct.
Again.
Apparently, their chittering overwhelms the chittering they might hear.
Yes. We rattle, we scatter, we get agitated, but more like a hornet's nest than any damage incurred. And that, gentleman and lady, is round 1. Back to Tuck. Tuck.
I'm gonna do what's best. Tuck and run.
So he got his name, ladies and gentlemen. Run away. Okay. Step out of the...
I'm gonna get out of the way of that gun so that he can get a clear shot.
Okay. So you want to go... You're heading towards the cat?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down like in between the trash piles there to the east or the west.
Okay. 5, 15, 25 to here? That kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So taking up a flanking position beside Gauze, leaving Pylo to his fate, and clear of gunfire and spell fire.
I'm just gonna raise my shield and stay ready.
Okay. Gauze seems ill, like he's having some kind of problem. He doesn't charge into this. It looks like he's just wrestling with his face, or like he's choking. Maybe he's really, really put off by bugs. You are not sure at this time. Though I tell you, when I tell Corey what I had in mind for his character, he's going to laugh and say I would totally be doing that in this situation, so not to worry. Charwin, you are up. Pylo, get ready, you're on deck. Charwin, what do you want to do?
Oh, well, water didn't work too well. Maybe I'll try stabbing it. So I'm actually have a long spear with range.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and hit it right from here.
They are actually 15 feet because you're on a corner. So you need to move up. Either
Yeah, but
like
I believe if you're in range with a ranged weapon, I think it goes 2 squares, even if it's 15 feet at a diagonal.
Sorry, that's news to me. Range is range. Like I said, you are 15 feet away. And in this position, a simple 5-foot step puts you in position.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
But it does look like I did a 15 and missed.
Okay. Do you want a second attack? Because you still have an action left after that step?
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Okay. And while you're down for the round, look that up. Prove me wrong. And I'll change your position. I rule in the moment. Final ruling and, like even next session. We're all learning here. I know you've begun running your own game with your family, so...
Yep, I'll look up that info and let you know if anything changes.
Thank you.
I have it.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's why I hired
Unlike with most of... Oh, I wish I was hired. What, you're paying me?
I give you free equipment. I bought all your stuff back in the day. Sorry.
You'll let me play a Jedi in the kit in Star Wars, so that's enough.
Yeah, you owe me. Okay, go ahead.
I'm paying it back. Unlike with measuring most distances, 10-foot reach can reach 2 squares diagonally.
Okay.
Reach greater than 10 feet is measured normally. 20-foot reach can reach 3 squares diagonally. 30-foot reach can reach 4, and so on.
So you know that feeling you're feeling right now, Drew, where someone says you're wrong and somebody else had to prove you're right because I didn't listen to you? Put that in reverse, because as soon as I do anything, I got 3 guys always jumping down me going, well, actually, just try not to, hollow on that terrible feeling. Just move on and have fun with the game. Charwin, I'm putting you back where you stood, which means you have an action left. Please 5-foot step and validate my existence.
Do it backwards though.
Yeah, just I stab and retreat.
Backflip.
5 steps away. Maybe I'll do a knowledge recall check.
Oh, please.
Would that be nature?
Yes, they're a natural creature.
Ooh. Oh, where were you? Nat 20 for 27.
For the nat 20, I will tell you what has changed with this monster. It used to be regular attacks, melee and such, weren't very effective, and you needed some kind of like area attack, like a fireball. Now they are still immune to precision damage because we don't have vital organs and weak points and stuff like a humanoid, right? And they do have a swarm mind, which makes us unfortunately immune to certain things like Spiegler's champion abilities. However, to get back into that area of effect, they give them splash damage and area damage weaknesses. So any area damage I take and splash damage I take an additional 5 points. They still, though, getting back to your melee smacking, they can resist slashing 5, piercing 5, bludgeoning 2. So I actually like this better. Instead of just saying, nope, if you don't have the right weapon, you're screwed, everything works, just some things are really handicapped, like cut at the waist as far as you're piercing away with your rapier. Like you would not want to go at this thing with a rapier, and that makes sense. Piercing damage -5, no precision damage bonus for the extra d6, right? But still, you could stand there and poke away. And if you lean into something like blanketing with, I don't know, alchemist fire, they're going to take extra damage to reward you, which is really cool. And that's all I have to say with a natural 20. You don't get to know our names.
Okay. Maybe I'll just relay something like splash it or do some bludgeoning.
Okay. Pilo.
That's me. Now I've gone to Mario. That's me. Oh boy, gotta get this accent down. Oh boy. All right, so I've been doing this all backwards, guys. I've been telling you all how great you are after I've already attacked. But I just learned that if I say, guys, we got this, we can do this, and I'm going to inspire you all with courage, I get some of that bonus too.
Oh, yay!
I'm going to inspire courage with 60-foot emanation, and I'm going to 60 feet of my friends, target all my buddies.
Hang on. I'm going to do this because it'll give you a +1 to your next roll in Fantasy Grounds. This is actually what I brought up in last Friday's game, going, hey, did you know? Mm-hmm. And yourself. Okay, let me move the swarm.
A little bit of a.
Let me move the swarm before you hit that spell. Okay, go for it.
Let me hit a boom. Does that do it? Or no? Or is it this one? There it is.
Yeah, look at that. Effect 2, attack 1, damage 1. Nice. Fear.
I've got my 1, so I can't really move now because I've all helped my friends. But that doesn't mean I can't scream at these guys again. I'm going to give them a big old haunting hymn.
Okay, target up. Yep.
Which basically hits all of them there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
point blank haunting him.
17 again, half damage. So it wasn't a critical save this time.
Not bad.
So they take 2 damage instead of 4. And we're just gonna hit the damage button. There we go.
5 down to 2. But you know what? Chip away. As long as you're hurting them every round, right?
All right, guys, we got this. We can get them. Kick some butt.
It is rare when presented with a meal that they wouldn't just stay and swarm and happily eat it. However, you are literally bones and rags, and there is a concentrated meal right over here. 5, 10, 15. Aiden, odd or even?
Even.
I'm going to make you roll it. Even
6.
favors the. They don't know what's under those rags. It goes left, shifts left. I could go up and get 2, or I could go left and get 2. It was sort of an Aiden Spiegler and poor Corey's in the middle. They shift towards Corey, who seems like a sitting duck, and our guy that woke us. And a single move. Swarming bites. Oh, hang on a second. Where was I? Let me just double check that movement. We go 5 for flight. We go 15 for flight. No, okay, yeah. 2 moves to get to you and 1 swarming bite. Can I have a reflex save from Tuck? Damn it. Tuck. And I will look after our barbarian. Natural 1. Maybe I should give Aiden control of this character. Takes full damage. Oh, don't blame me. Blame our sponsor, Fancy Grounds.
23 for my reflex.
Very nice, sir. Here comes a D8. Okay. It landed outside the box. but to be very kind, I did see what it landed on. So I'll put this to a vote since you guys can't see it. Would you like me to tell you what it landed on, or would you like me to just re-roll in the box?
How is that kind?
Because it's either really good or really bad.
That doesn't make it kind.
I want to know. Give it a
Fine,
straight
I'll drop it in the stream, so it's fair. 6 points. Okay, Spiegler takes... Sorry. Tuck takes 3. Oh, you know what? I forgot to wound you last time, Tuck. What did you take last time, guys? I know you failed.
3, I think.
Yeah, it was 3 to him and 1 to me.
Okay, so now Tuck's at 6. And Pylo's at 1. Because I was manually rolling the damage, I forgot to actually put it on your characters. But don't worry, I remembered. Yay, lucky you. And that is the swarm as it just starts biting and chipping and...
So I took 6 even though I got a 23 reflex?
No, you took 3 last time, and you saved for half damage and took 3 of this 6, which is a total of 6. You follow me?
It just so happened it was 2 6s.
Yeah. Atticus.
All right. I'm going to use one of my special class-based actions after moving. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here.
Okay. Stepping around the Oracle to the west and then heading directly south, coming alongside the swarm, and now you're on the southeastern corner of said swarm between you and Pylo?
I'm going to, as I'm moving, load in some weird-looking experimental shell to my gun, pointing at the ground where the swarm is, and use the explode special action.
Oh, okay. What kind of splash does this have?
It does 5 feet all around me, so I'm sorry, Pylo, you're going to be taking some fire damage too.
All around you?
Can't burn, man.
So
All
do you
good.
shoot the ground at your feet and it's 5 feet around you, or do you shoot...
Technically, yes, it's around me. The shooting the ground is purely cinematic. It doesn't... That's not...
Okay, Pylo's not next to you. They're both stacked up on the left side, see? So if it's only adjacent...
Pylo is...
down the south there. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
He's literally right next to me.
I'm looking at the 2 guys getting chewed on by the swarm because that's where your focus is. Yeah, I see.
You did. You didn't know it was me.
There's a basic reflex save everyone 5 feet around me gets. And depending on how well they do, I have it's 2d6 fire damage incoming.
Okay. Do you have it on your... like a fantasy round?
No, I don't. I don't know how to
25 reflex.
how to program the ability.
Okay. In that case, I'll do this manually. So
I rolled a 25 for my reflex.
that sounds pretty good.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's what kind of damage? Is it bludgeoning? Is it explosive? Is it
It's
energy?
fire.
It's energy.
It's fire
Okay.
damage.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Because it's area, it blankets 2 of them. Right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Aiden, but weakness something 5 is that you just add that 5 on top of the damage. Right? So,
Yes.
because you're targeting multiple squares of them, it's area attack, I will give you an additional 5 damage to said cockroach swarm. So, give me your full fire blast. 10.
Yep.
So that's 15. And unfortunately, just 10 and then half. So Pylo takes 5. Unfortunately for Pylo. Do you have any fire resistances, Pylo?
Nope.
Okay.
No fire resistance.
Okay, so Pylo's
Chaps
up
are to burn now.
Pylo's up to 6 wounds. The swarm, when you kill a swarm, basically you kill enough of it that it becomes incohesive. They're surviving bugs, but they just get confused and scatter. So he damages enough of the bulk of the mass that enough of these little buggers go up in flames that what's left just, isn't really enough to hurt you, and you guys shake them off and they scatter to the 4 winds, which brings us to Shurney.
We just destroyed a community, you guys.
We were going to have a bake sale in the Crane basement on Saturday.
There's vacancy in the Roach Motel.
Oh, that's good. Sharni.
Before then, that does technically take up all my actions. Explode is a 2-action ability, but I do still need to roll a flat check because it is an unstable action with my device.
Yes, please.
The DC is 17,
Okay.
If I fail, then I cannot use another unstable action until I can take 10 minutes to fix it. It can still be used for its regular purposes, but I can't use another unstable action.
When you tried to blow up the stack with your explosive, is that listed as an unstable action?
Yeah, that was the same thing.
Okay, cool. That was a long time ago, but I'm just curious if that's okay. Because we're learning how the inventor works, which is very neat.
I believe if I critically fail the check, it can't be used until I can spend at least 10 minutes to fix it. So I'm gonna roll. Boop. Oh no, I take damage if it critically fails, and I'm gonna be taking the damage as well. So,
so you're gonna be taking 10?
I'm gonna be figuring that out real quick.
I think you take half damage and something backfires in your face.
I'm reading the special ability because it has on critical failure, you also take an amount of fire damage equal to your level. So I just take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh, okay.
It burned my little paws. That's why my name's Smoke Fur. I always smell faintly of burned fur.
Thank you for the education and honesty. Now, a new opponent arises. We don't know this person that came. She chased the cat in here because he just ran away from her. So, making Aang's character red. Sorry, it's your turn. Do you see a party of friends or foes, Little Miss Oracle?
Well,
fine. Oh, you see the face he's giving me. Okay, fine.
It's time to burn them all to the ground.
Little did you know I'm a roach oracle. You killed my patron.
My children! How dare you!
It's like Men in Black when he's stomping on the bugs and just pissing off the giant roach.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I've made him yellow. There's green, red, and yellow. He's neutral. We don't know if we want him in the party, or you guys have to... Anyway, I will, for the moment, kill the battle music, and the floor is yours. Atticus, as they're all looking at you to explain the presence that is not Cassandra, or Shurney, if you want to come up and speak for yourself. You have the floor, boys.
Well, it seems like I got back just in time there, partners. How y'all doing? How's things going? I see you were dealing with roaches. They are never pleasant.
Every time I see you, you've got a new friend with you. Who you got now?
Well, you see, I went back for our little friend, literally, back at the... I don't want her face loveless alone, but couldn't find her. So I decided to snag this little friend that I came across. We needed some help, and here's help.
Hi, pleasure to meet you. The name's Shurney.
Wait, that's your name? I thought you said Shirley. My apologies.
Oh, it's fine. Doesn't really matter that much.
But I did turn your mini red just in case you want to lash out there, Shurney. For insulting. She says it's fine, but I did turn the mini red. Just saying, you know.
My hearing ain't what it's supposed to be because I deal with explosives all day. So it is purely on my inability to understand anything anyone ever says to me. I just smile and nod most of the time.
Sorry, what did you say?
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, my friends. Well, I think tuck, took, tuck, tick, tuck, took. We are going to be going for that crane. Shurney, do you know anything about this place and the crane and all this mighty stuff, or are you just kind of following our cat there?
Oh, well, ultimately I'm following where the stars lead me, but at the moment it is where this fine furry fellow has led me.
Before I hold you there, Goss just ran away. Where's he going?
He's,
Goss
again, holding his face. He gives you guys a thumbs up, like, not to worry. Gives you the scoot fingers, like, you know, continue on, I'll catch up. But it looks like he's either run off to deal with something or throw up or whatever, but he needs a private moment and runs off.
Goss gets it. Roaches are disgusting.
Not that bad. I got more hurt by your blowing up than those darn things did.
That's very true, but they really only chew on meat, and you ain't got a lot of that, bud.
Ugh. Lesson learned. Maybe you should be a skeleton too. There could be one inside you. Hey, anyone got a knife? Want to find out?
You know, I have been told by many a little trolls in my trips to Kermaga that the body is just a meat suit with a skeleton inside, and your brain is piloting it like an iron golem. I looked at them and went like, what? But they didn't really appreciate that.
Well, you can look at me and say, definitely true.
Fair.
And maybe this skeleton is inside of you too. So if you want, we can get him out.
We should all embrace the skeleton inside us all.
Okay, when you guys are sleeping tonight, I'll make sure you're deep and deep, and then I'll just start on whoever I think has the best skeleton. Who wants to go? Does anyone want to volunteer?
I got interesting legs and claws.
You're literally offering to skin someone alive in their sleep. This is not how you stay in the party there. This is how you end up in the bottom of a trash heap. Maybe your memory's coming back to you of the last party ditched you. Atticus, with 2 party members dead that you are currently carrying in a bag, with Carissa AWOL and Gauze gone off to have a private moment, you are literally surrounded on 4 sides by 4 brand new party members. 1 that you conveniently did not tell the party saved your ass and the oracle got you over that wall. 2, a skeleton with join us tendencies. There are 2 more. Would you gentlemen describe your new characters to Atticus once more, Drew and Spiegler, and what you would do upon this guy who's showing up? You know, Gauze seems to know him. He's got the big sack, pats him on the back, and goes off to throw up or whatever.
So you must be the friend they were referring to earlier that wasn't present.
I mean, I wasn't, so that logically, yes, that would make sense.
Well, pleased to meet you. I'm Tuck Fime.
Pleasure to meet you, Tuck. That's
Atticus and I go back a long ways.
I mean, at least yesterday.
I'm Paulo Huesos. You met me under a pile of crap yesterday, too.
So you were Pilo under a Pilo?
You did that joke.
I had very little things. I was there for a long time, man. I don't remember my real name. I'm just going with what I got.
That works.
I don't want to talk to but myself.
So you guys were messing with that giant crane? You said it wasn't working?
I think Tuck was doing something, but then the cockroaches came out, unless that was his plan.
Making things move that ain't supposed to move is one of my specialities.
A massive 20-foot square steel-walled cube blocks the way to the east beyond the druid and the rust pile of water, which is now drained down a drain. The bottom of the crate is rusted and pitted, causing it to have crumbled away, and from large holes along the bottom. The holes are large enough to see inside that it itself is empty. However, a 3-foot wide metal loop on the top of the crate allows for easier handling of metal cube, and despite its dilapidated condition, it is still a solid barrier to your progression through the scrapyard. Gentlemen, what do you do?
Well, now that there ain't no roaches coming out of that crane, should we take a look at the crane again?
Yep.
To move the giant box?
Well, hold on, Tuck. You didn't put those roaches there, right?
I tried to reactivate the crane, and the roach. I woke them up, basically.
Okay.
They spilled out of his bag of roaching.
They never know. It's just, I'm a talking skeleton, okay? Anything could happen in this world.
I'm making that item for my world. It's a bag of roaching. There's a 1% chance you pull out a roach, but most of the time it's actually bug swarms.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
A large winch
to the non-discerning party member, that's just an infinite food supply.
That's true. Oh, protein. Yay. A large winch-driven crane towers over the piles of discarded machinery, gentlemen. The crane's base is totally entrenched in debris, and rust pits its arm. The crane's cockpit, the control panel's faceplate, has been removed, exposing the gears and mechanisms behind the foot pedals and long, rusty levers. A wall of debris looms up behind it to the south, extending east and west, and to open stone to the north that has once been flooded with water. Climbing up to the crane shows that just sort of climbing over that scrap heap, again, very dangerous. A lot of tetanus and sharp things could happen to you. You're best to possibly move that crate and proceed along the ground. So it's worked out so far for you. Great, I know. What can you do?
Well, I'm going to approach this crane and see what I can do to get it all working again.
Okay, give me a simple athletics to get inside.
While he's doing that, hey, Shirley, I saw you cast some kind of haunting sounding words there. Do you also train in the musical arts?
What? Oh, sorry. Just watching some of the bugs crawl off. No, not particularly in the musical arts. But I do understand how various changes in auditory effects can impact certain creatures. I try to take advantage of that.
Look, don't sell yourself short. You have a lovely singing voice.
That's kind of haunting, and I kind of liked it. So, just, if you want to sing that again, while I'm going to bed one night, I don't really sleep, but I'd listen to it.
I swear, Pilo, you got to stop being a stereotype. A skeleton that likes haunting noises. Come on, man.
Atticus, with your focus being distracted, however, this might be one of the few times. Do you have engineering lore?
I have firearm lore and I have crafting.
Okay. Then simply, since they are unlabeled, sort of a, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, they are rusty, they are stiff, they do not move easily, but an athletics check should do the trick with a good yank to start this thing up and get it going. A lot of this is geared and cantilevered, so one push of the lever releases enough. I'm just trying to think of how I could explain how this works. It turns enough gears on top and gearbox that 3-foot motions inside the box carry over to like 30-foot motions outside with the crane itself.
Right.
The problem is it's rusted all the crap. It doesn't move very well.
An inch would move it 30 inches.
Right, but because it's all rusted and unlubricated, it's like you really got to put some athletics oomph check into it.
So I know it's not going to be the same thing, but I do have like my firearm maintenance kit kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Could I take some of the gun cleaning oil from that?
Yes, you can.
Very carefully apply it to the locations where it would need to go.
Why, applying oil or any other lubricant to the rusty gears will give you a +1 circumstance bonus to your check. Give me athletics +1.
Gotta find my +1.
While he's doing that, can I gather people around for maybe some medicine checks, some quick heals?
Yes. But of course, how badly beat up are you guys? Let's have a look here. 6 points of wounds to Tuck and to Gauze, who's run off. 6 to Pilo, 2 to Atticus, who's in the box, and our new friend, sorry, I don't know if you've identified yourself. Shurnee looks fine.
Really? Because she's got a lot of bandages.
Which means she's already had checks made on her and she's fine, right? Right. She's been bandaged, so she's good.
Ask her after a long rest. That's when the bandage condition goes away.
Let's start with your partner, Tuck. He seems to get in the most trouble.
He's always getting hurt.
Okay.
Got a 20.
Give me 2d8.
Oh, they flip these around.
Okay.
Got a 7 for Tuck.
Okay, Tuck's all bandaged and healed up. Back to full.
Mighty kind of you. I appreciate that.
Atticus was in the box for a moment. Pilo, can you actually be healed normally by normal medicine, or are you completely a negative creature that...
I was just looking up the rules for that now, and I'm
well, I will say this.
I can't be healed by positive healing.
No, but by natural medicine, like you're a real skeleton, which is part of the system of a humanoid. Like they know how to, like regular medicine sets bones and you know what I mean? So I don't see why not at this point. Like, yeah, I wouldn't hit you with positive energy, but if he's using like splints and regular stuff to like,
Yeah, it's unclear as to everything. I'm trying to find it right now, looking it up as we were talking after.
Okay.
After I mentioned
I'll allow it for the moment, but yeah.
I can be healed by negative healing effects, and I as a part of my character, I do have one potion of unlife on me, but I'm not going to use that now.
The skill medicine though is neither. And like I said, since you are what's left
battle
of an actual
medicine and
person,
like battle medicine or most alchemical effects like elixir of life and witch's life boost are just healing. They're not positive or negative, so I don't know if they will.
for the third time, yes.
Okay, I'll take it.
Start partying with me, dude. I'm trying to help you.
Ooh, netty 20. So you get 4d8.
Yeah, because you got 25, which is over 15. So yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I think I got
feeling
your
almighty good for your good right now.
26. There you go.
Little Bondo and like solders up the cracks in your bones from just
I try putting skin on him.
little
Skin suit.
get some things going there. Shine them up, paint them up. Very nice.
Thank you very much. Wow, I kind of feel a little better, less rickety than I did before.
Atticus, you managed to operate the crane.
Woo!
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna play with it for a few minutes, phrasing, to see if I can figure out like exactly what levers move and do what. And then I'm gonna try and see if the crane will actually reach all the way over to that box. If it won't, then that's fine.
It says that you can move large objects within 80 feet of the crane, including the giant steel box blocking the path. So you should be good.
Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my time. And I'm gonna do this.
Okay. You pick it up, you swing it back. He just gets everyone bandaged, and you drop it on. No.
Now you're my prisoners.
Whoa! You do manage to move it just in time to hop out of the crane, unless there's something in here that you want to play around with.
No.
Okay. Hopping out of the crane in time for your round of healing. Yes?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And while because it takes 10 minutes for him to do that, correct?
Yeah, so it's 20 minutes of two guys. You've had 20 minutes to play with the crane, get the box moved. It's your
While
turn,
we're
right?
walking around, can I just see if there's any kind of bones or stuff lying around?
Sure.
Are you gonna make yourself a friend?
No, but, it's in case he needs a spare.
Actually,
right?
it's part of my. I don't sleep, but I can recover hit points and stuff at night if I use bones to kind of absorb into me. So I need to find some bones.
Oh, calcium.
Unlike my witch, I'm now going to be collecting bones instead of arms.
Dude,
We just
calcium
wake up one-
supplements.
Arm
So
bones.
gross.
We just wake up one night and you're just like swallowing an entire arm bone. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
no,
my god!
Can't we just give him some calcium pills or something? That's gross. It's awesome.
While he's patching me as best he can, I'm gonna start the process of working on my gun to remove the condition for the unstable
With
effect.
a 10, he fails. He starts wanting to
Okay.
shave your fur, to look at the wounds. You get offended. You swat him away, and no. 2 wounds are yours for now.
Do I need to roll
Tiny
perception?
scratch. I gotta cut the fur.
No, stop it. I have been to various doctors, and unless detailed surgery is needed, no, you don't.
Do you guys want to use magic on him, or do you want to just eat the 2 wounds for now?
I'm personally fine eating the 2 wounds for now.
Yeah, I'd probably let it ride for now.
Okay. 30 minutes later, 2 things have been accomplished. We have a clear path, and the party is healed, and we are going to march on, yes?
Do I need to look for any, do I need to roll perception or something to find some bones or anything, or what do you want me to do? Or just
Here in a scrapyard, which is not like full of garbage or whatever. Actually, you know what? There's the 20-minute search, which blankets an area, and
Okay, I'll do
then
that.
so give
Have
me
the
a
30
perception.
minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got to stand still for 10 because you're getting healed.
You be
Okay.
careful where you're looking because we
No,
don't
I'm
want
just
any
saying,
more of those.
it
We don't want to wake up
provokes-
more of them roaches.
It provokes a single perception action. I'm just saying, after the 20 minutes, that perception covers quite a big area, like searching a room. So go
I
ahead.
was role
Give me-
playing, just telling them like, watch out for them roaches.
Those damn roaches aren't very good. Oh dear, natural 8. Critical, ouch. I guess
He's
the only bones
looking
I can find around here are me.
You know, takes the one leg and steps up foot on top of a human skull. I can't find bones anywhere.
All these damn roaches had no bones in them. I guess the only one around here is me. Any of you guys
Well,
want
they
to, you know,
They
Atticus?
do technically have exoskeletons, so
Maybe I should get one of them.
you are one of them technically.
I'm just a skeleton. I'm not outside or inside. I'm just a skeleton.
That is a
Exoskeleton, I mean, I'd be on-
philosophical conundrum.
Could you put me on the outside of you? Then I could be your exoskeleton. You could wear my head like a hat.
We would be one dangerous duo, I believe.
I like that idea. When we're sleeping next, I'm gonna stitch us together.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pleased to be placing yourselves just on the inside of the box as you guys proceed.
One very quick note for healing undead.
Sure.
So, because negative healing, many typical means of healing don't work on undead. The heal spell can't heal undead, but harm and soothe can. Healing potions and elixirs of life are no use, but an oil of unlife can heal undead.
But
In addition, a character can take the Stitch Flesh skill feat to heal undead with treat wounds.
you have to look out for soothe though, because
They
soothe
can't
says
normally be healed.
soothe only targets a willing living creature though. So willing cannot soothe cannot heal undead.
Okay. This
You're looking
is
at that.
originally out of the Book of the Dead, so there might be a caveat that gets slapped on there.
Maybe okay. Because in my spell for soothe, it says one willing and living creature.
But
so maybe they change that.
However, I do have harm.
Fortunately for Pylo, without the special feat, Stitch, regular medicine will not work on you. So I got to give you that damage back.
On the upside, you do have soothe, so you should be able to take care of your damage yourself if you need to later.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you want to do it now?
Soothe is only
What did you have? 3?
6. Because I took 3 from Atticus as well.
Well, now I feel really bad.
No, don't feel bad. It's okay, buddy. I can find bones everywhere.
So soothe yes or wait for later?
I'm gonna wait for later.
Okay. So stack yourselves up on the inside of this box, boys, as we come to a sort of a T intersection, as it were. Okay. Picturing that the box is no longer there. All right. Passage turns 90 degrees north, skinnies to 10 feet, and seems to proceed further into whatever direction the scrapyard that is in. The area you enter is 15 feet to the back wall and also turns to the south and remains generally 15 feet wide and does seem to end about 25, 30 feet away. Several benches, however, constructed from stacked crates and sheets of metal, line the southern corner of this area, creating a makeshift workshop by the look of it, Atticus. Each table is cluttered with tools, screws, machine parts, alchemical flasks, and various projects in different stages of construction. One path through the junk leads away to the north, but bottlenecks at 10 feet, and you can always return to the west the way whence you came. What do you gentlemen wish to do?
Well, I know my curious mind wants to go check out that little makeshift workshop.
Okay.
Makeshift shop, if you will.
All right. Gentlemen, hang on 1 second before you move.
My bad.
No, that's fine. You take the proverbial step out, right? And can I have, you guys were basically just wandering and perceiving, so fresh round of perceptions off the top page, main page of character sheets, not your skill page. Is that everyone?
I got a big old whopping 6 or 5, 9.
Yeah, 15 from me.
19.
14.
Okay. At the top of the order, we actually have Pylo.
Oh, that's me.
You see the cat's eyes widen. He turns to head south and then freezes as he senses danger. You're not sure what's going on, though. What do you do?
Oh, your
tail
tail got
puffs
off
out.
puffy, buddy.
My tail puffs out like huge.
Holy crap on it. Your hair's just all sticking out. You're like 1.5 times the size you were before. What do you see?
You want to delay your turn till he can answer you, or do you want to move up and see for yourself?
I'm going to kind of move up beside him.
Okay.
And kind of see.
Okay.
5-10 feet and see.
All right. Going with keeping your 19 perception, which was your initiative roll. Okay. You see something very, very cool. This has got to be one of my favorite creatures, interesting things about AlkenStar. clockwork creatures, humanoids, and other, shall we say, interesting things. Okay. You see quadrupeds, short geared legs, level spines, and for a head, they have a crossbow, like some sort of canine or clockwork like dog. They are laying on the tables, 2 of them, and at your approach, they suddenly move, like they lift their heads as they notice the cat, but haven't, jumped into initiative just yet. Pylo.
Yep.
He's looking at basically clockwork things that are sort of turned to look at us. What do you do? That's 2 actions down.
So it's 2 actions down by me?
Well, there's the proverbial, if a 90-degree turn going, what is there, okay? I show you everything. The walls, oozing, the tables, the blood. You take it in one big sweep, but it is 2 seconds, so it costs you a perception. So everything I just read, you get to know.
Say, guys, there's we should probably just, shh, quiet. I think there's some stuff up there that might hurt us. Atticus, keep that tail down. I'll warn the party that there's some stuff up there that's looking like it might have some range, and kind of give a review of what you told me to them.
Right. So just like Tuck had done earlier, you warn the party, and now they don't have to burn. They can come around looking for what you're talking about, as opposed to burning their own perceptions. All right, and that is Pylo. Next up, we have our new friend, Shurnee. Get ready, Charwin. You're on deck. Shurnee, at the back. What do you want to do?
I will delay my turn.
Okay. You can jump back in when stated.
Yep.
Okay. Which brings us to Charwin.
Maybe I'll say, hi, do you guys know Mugsy? Trying to say the name of the goblin that's missing and possibly made these things.
Intelligence check or recall.
Okay, intelligence. I have that somewhere.
Maybe in your other character's pants.
Do you want a specific skill?
No, just
straight up intelligence?
Just raw intelligence, because you're just trying to recall a name.
4.
Okay. This is what you're looking at. You guys see this image? Just trying to make this big for our audience to ooh and ah upon.
Of course, they look kind of like cats.
Kinda. I love how
one of Bree's glorious constructions.
True. And I love how their feet look like electrical plugs. Even though they're not like electrical. They're clockwork.
Yeah, I personally like the crossbow for a face and the spike behind it.
Yeah, like on the shoulders.
This artwork screams like post-movie Transformers Generation, like 1 or 2 era stuff.
Yeah.
Stop, everyone. You cannot harm this beast. It is one of Bree's creations. It must be protected.
I'm pretty sure our Iron Lady would understand that these things look violent.
So, Charwin, your roll to remember was 4?
It was 4.
What you said, not sure you remember. What do you want to do?
Can we try like some type of diplomacy since we're not in battle yet?
That's true. If you think these things will give you a full minute, you could possibly use some diplomacy to like cow them and look tough and intimidate them, giving them debuffs. But they do look menacing, and they do turn to regard you, and they look, they do kind of look threatening. But they haven't taken any threatening moves. Like I haven't got to their initiative where they jump up and actually, run away or fire upon you.
Okay. Maybe what I'll do first is I'll move to the east and north, just right beside Atticus,
Okay.
kind of giving them a little bit of space.
Sure.
And then I'll just try a little bit of diplomacy and see if they'll disengage.
Barley. Right.
We mean you no harm.
Yeah, sure.
He likes brie.
I will say, despite the rules, it's always worth doing that because there will be hard-baked situations and descriptions going, if any of the parties show a symbol of brie, we will roll over and you can rub our tummies. Step forward, Spiegler. See what happens.
You first.
Put down the phone of brie, Spiegler, and pay attention or I will attack you in the name of your goddess.
So as a quick aside, it is technically pronounced bry, I believe.
Right. Well,
Such as like
Well, that's okay. I'm pretty sure Charwin would go brie.
it's fair.
Excuse me, are you?
Thank
trying
you,
to
Drew.
tell
I want
me
to give
how
you here a point
pronounce
for defending my honor.
deity's name.
The dog-like clockworks go. They stand, turn, and immediately shuffling its feet and weapon in tandem. It can step and strike, or strike and then step. So it gets up from prone. We'll count that as their step. Leveling said crossbows, and they both fire at you guys in tandem to answer your diplomatic question. Number one is closest to, we've got Pilo, Bellamy, and Charwin. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will roll. Actually, you know what? I got a D3, don't I? Yes, I do. Where is it? D3. 1, 2, 3, left to right. Fapow. 3, Charwin. Tracking the guy that moved the most, like a predator. The closest one on the left unleashes its crossbow bolt at you with a 19 and shoots you in the back before you even get into possession.
Jeez. Yeah, we don't. Oh,
I don't think he's your friend. Everyone, watch out.
Doing a D6, but unfortunately that D6 is 2, and you take 6 points of damage, and now you've got a nasty limp. Its companion,
if not friend,
I've tagged you. You're mine. Here, kitty. Again, now I do know that these things don't they just wouldn't both shoot down like the same. There's multiple opponents. They would take. They like hunting eeny meeny. So getting down to a D2. Left, right. Why did it roll 2? 2D2. That's weird. Huh. Well, the first one on the board is a 2, which means I'm going to shoot at Atticus. It just seems right in my mind that the dog creature fires at the cat creature, even though technically I'm not a dog and you're not a cat. But all is right in the universe, as this crossbow bolt will balance fate. 24.
Yeah.
Regular hit. For 2 points. Take a shot, you try to turn, and Charwin's in the way, and it's already shooting, and he crosses in your field of vision, and you don't quite dodge it the last second. Charwin! Move through, minis, not in front of them. Ah! Which brings us to Tuck. You're up.
If not friend.
I believe you were defending our right to exist.
Charge in and attack.
What happened to we must be protected? Jump in front of them and spread your arms.
Organics take precedence over mechanical.
Okay, so
devices
you were
when-
walking up going,
he loves
gentlemen,
Charwin."
they're creatures of bro, they're bros.
Only
Oh,
once,
Jesus.
Only once the organics are being attacked by the mechanics do I.
Yeah, and then it's all hell no, and then you, okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
no, hell no, I don't stand for this.
Sorry, one last time, Joe. Bree?
Oh, I was just going to say,
Bry?
if not friend, then why friend shape? And yes, it's pronounced bry.
Bry.
Like-
okay. Like why,
Bry,
oh,
like
why.
fry or cry. Yeah.
Why, oh, why. Okay.
Why, oh, why? Why not bry?
Tuck.
It's potato.
It's true.
Hooked on Tuck fume worked for me. Okay, Tuck, what do you want to do? Charge up? 5,
Yeah, I
10,
attack with the rapier.
15, 20. At this point, you could go to either or.
I don't see them on the board.
You don't see
Neither
them on
do
the
I.
board. Oh. Hello. Here we are.
Oh my goodness.
There they
Oh
are.
my goodness.
Hello. Sorry.
Oh, good.
I forgot to have to reveal them. Revealio! Anyway, which one do you want, sir? Please show Minnie the last step. Straight forward, straight left, or straight diagonally, depending on where you want to be?
To the right.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I guess left. My right for my character looking at
west. Okay. All right, sir. And you wish to take a swing, if you haven't already?
I rolled a die, got a 19.
Okay. Sorry, I hadn't targeted it for you. 19? Let's have a look here. 19. Yes, that hits, sir. Damage from rapier?
The damage is...
Poke the gear machine.
Oh, 5 damage.
All right. One from the tip, one from your strong arm driving it home.
And I have another action?
I believe so. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, that last step was the second diagonal, so no, that would have took it. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Atticus. Hey, but at least you didn't step in front of them. You've got ranged guys behind you, and you're not like giving them cover, so that's something.
You don't have to call it out.
What? No, I'm saying you're doing a good thing. Where you stepped.
I know. Don't call it out. The people be like, oh, I wonder if he realizes he's getting out of the.
We're more audio than video, so
you're right. No, you're
trying to,
Yeah.
So I'm going to, with my fur still puffed out, my tail still expandedly puffed, aim for the very obviously named dog-like constructs, because I am a cat after all. And while hissing as loud as I can, I'm going to basically aim my rifle at dog-like construct 1 and take fire.
If you want to aim for Spiegler, that's fine. Won't judge.
I would never.
You make a big deal of why you're aiming for the enemy, but there's 3 targets up there. Just saying. Okay.
Boo. Kadoosh. I will spend an action to reload.
Okay.
And I will step up once.
Okay. Step forward.
And that is me.
That is round
I would
1.
like to take.
Okay. Waiting to the last moment. Swooping in. And I do mean swoop, like going forward without feet touching or anything. He just kind of like whooshes in, you know what I'm saying? Dracula.
You joke about that, but there are things you don't know.
Swooping is bad.
Whooshing.
But no, so just kind of distracted by how tall the junk piles are, and just that's really pretty. Oh, right, things are going on.
So now you're down to 2 actions.
Stumble
was that the delay? Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the delay.
That was okay. I'll let you say that. Yeah. Okay.
And kind of meander in between all the people, turn around, see the mechanical dogs.
Yep.
Point a finger over the shoulder of the tall cat, and let loose a beam of energy that has little dust fall from it.
Your spell emanates in your square. I'm pretty sure someone in the way gives cover, unless you're going to literally shoot kitty corner to the one that Spiegler's chewing on. Otherwise, the other one will get a +1 bonus because your ally's in the way. It looks great that you're laying on his shoulder, but technically in the rules, the guy is in between you and your opponent, giving a +1 shield bonus. However, see how that corner. Okay, well, there's the corner that's open. You could shoot at the one that Spiegler's, but unfortunately, you see the actual pile of debris there.
Yeah,
it's in a shadow, so I mean, it's fine.
I wonder if the corner of my square could give straight line to that or not.
No, they're not. That's not like Saga and stuff. They're just kind of like in the way, and you know what I mean. Because your spell doesn't. You don't pick a corner, so you best step up. Yeah, that works.
I'll meander over this way and do the same thing.
Okay. So going straight through 5, 10, 15, 20, and your target is the southern one. Go ahead.
Yes.
I pretend I'm asking, but as long as you're confirming, I'm already like dropping the target on there for you.
Yeah. No, and it shoots wide.
Okay. Pew. This thing is like that one is like dodging gunfire and magical rays. I'm awesome.
Yep. But that's my turn.
Round 2, Pylo, you are up. Charwin, get ready. You're on deck.
Oh boy, I don't think these things are as friendly as you thought they were, Tuck. So, I'm gonna help myself here. I didn't get any healing. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself. And then after that, I am going to give a little bit of an inspiring speech to my friends again. And just tell them, you know what, guys? We fought everything so far. We've killed everything so far. And we're not dead like the guys in your bag. So, let's get them.
Considering you don't have a dead character in the bag, that was low, dude. Awesome, but low. Get him. You can do it, unlike those deadbeats in the bag. Yes, +1s all around. All right.
So are they all? Do I have to target everything, or are we just gonna give it? We'll give it. There's only lasts for one round.
Yeah, I know, but it's their next rolls. Best fantasy grounds we utilized. Paid a lot of money for this.
I'm gonna go to Haill of Thorns. Let me target myself first and cast Soothe.
Okay, 1 second.
There we go. On me. I targeted myself, but can you target everybody else? Can you probably do it easier?
Yeah. Pretty sure there's a button I'm missing that's like all allies, all this.
Here we go. And then we'll give a little bit of a. Is it everybody good? And
yep.
Boom. There we are. There we go. All right, guys. Show them what we got.
Dun, dun, dun. And that's it, sir.
Good to go.
Okay, Charwin, you're up, sir.
Well, I didn't much care for that.
Care to make a recall? You did so well with the roaches, right?
Ooh, I don't think I'll know much about mechanical beasts.
Probably not, no.
So I think what I'll do is target the guy closest to me, kind of to the south.
Straight, yep. The one that everyone's shooting at and missing so far.
Yep. And then I want to shoot him with my spout spell. My question is, does he actually get a +1?
Shield bonus from the oracle in front of you? Yes, he does.
Yes. Okay, so should I put a -1 in my modifier?
Yes, if it's an attack roll, please do.
It's a reflex save, so I don't know if it matters.
Oh, well, in that case, I just... there's a way of doing the shot where you say your target has cover. Crap.
It shouldn't, because it emanates from beneath the creature.
Yeah, it's not a ray. It just pops.
Yeah, that's what I wondered.
Oh, no, right. Sorry, I'm thinking direct line. No, yeah, so don't worry about negatives. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. I got a 16, or he got a 16, so it looks like a failure.
Yep.
And he will take 9 points of bludgeoning water damage.
Okay. This thing gets water washed heavily, and you guys see materials on it and in it bend and creak, and like it just takes such a slam from the force of water. It is heavily damaged. Well done, Charwin. Anything else, sir?
Last action.
Those things are all wet.
You know, maybe I'll just try a intimidation check to try to get some fear on him.
Okay. Demoralize.
You're not so big and tough. I got a 16 untrained.
Okay. Not having a face, its actions may determine, but as far as you can tell, it's a good insult. You'll just have to wait and see if it's actually in any way jaded. Clockwork, dog number 2. It leans back. You know those wind-up puppies that would sit and then they do a backflip? Right? It doesn't sit, but it leans back and then juts forward with its powerful legs and does a leg attack. But I like the idea of using that spike. But it is actually bludgeoning damage, so it's going to smack our champion with a leg. And it almost tilts its head because I know who you worship and I know why it exists, and it's sort of like a story. Maybe it's a Canadian dog-like clockwork creature of God that I can't name. And hits you for D4 bludgeoning damage, and Tuck takes 3 to the leg. That's one attack. Dude, that's one attack. Now, my agile finesse weapon legs will continue to try to beat on you at -4 for the second attack. With a 2, critical miss, causing it to smack wide, lose its balance, and have to spend its last action to sort of, retract and fumble, wasting its last action. Which brings us to dog-like creature number 2. Well, it's shot. What do I have for ammo? I have a magazine. Like, I know this thing can scavenge ammo, which is really cool. It wanders around picking up crossbow bolts. But do I have a magazine, or is it just a one-shot pony? Oh! You know what? I take back what I say about electrical and electricity and my plug-like legs. There is something to do with electricity in me. I'll get into that later. Yeah, it's one shot and then I go and salvage. Okay. So, I'm going to come charging forward. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, you know what? I take a step and we flank the champion. You haven't been to mass lately. Take that. Flanking the champion. Your flank, sir. So now we're going to say, is it flanking or he is flanked? Let me just look up the effects here. Because flanking no longer makes you flat-footed. Or is it the other way around? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it basically gives you the flat-footed condition, so -2 AC.
So, oh, you're right, but they don't do the +2 for flanking anymore. It just makes, okay.
Yeah, it's a -2 to the AC.
Right.
Yeah,
so
and
I have
no
to...
dex loss or anything either.
Yes, and yes, thank you, committee. I love it when you guys speak up, but you're listening to each other and then you're saying the same thing. How much convincing. I believe the first guy, I honestly do, guys. Now I'm going to make Tuck flat-footed. Sorry, Tuck. Where are you? Effects. Tuck is going to be flat-footed. You have the flat-footed condition. Don't remind me to forget to take it off you when this ends. And now I will attack you. Take a step. I take my main leg. You put your left leg up and you smack him in the critical. 2d4. Just starts beating on Tuck Fume. 2. And because I took a step, I only have a single action left. I will take a second sweep of the leg with a -4. And he sweeps the leg. And again, critical. And just gets 2 bound into it. And I will actually... He gets a little off balance. I will cost this thing an action next round because I've spent 3. Which brings us to Tuck himself. Tuck, you're currently flat-footed because you're being flanked. What do you do?
I take a quick peek over my shoulder and take a step north.
Okay. I remove the flat-footed condition from you. Congratulations.
So now I have like my back up against the trash wall.
Yes, you do.
And I can stab both of them. I'll attempt to stab the same one I have targeted right now.
Can you look up debris in such in a square? I don't think we're into squeezing with this thing barely being a quarter, Aiden, but it does interest me while you're going in the background. Sorry, whom did you wish to stab? Which one? The same one that you were working on before?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
still targeted.
Yep, go ahead. Stabby, stabby. That's a hit, sir. Lunging forward.
Alrighty.
Go for the gears, go for the gears!
That's 9 DPS.
Working over the top of the shoulder. Can you see it? The box of its design?
Yep.
Like just beyond the shoulder, there seems to be like an open space panel and guts inside, and he just
And I know what mechanical constructs look like, and I know where to poke.
Oh yeah. And this time, like I said, I just kind of gave you a good one. And he destroys it. He goes right through it, and the thing just like collapses and falls apart.
Ooh, that's a good hit.
Now it's junk. And you have an action left, sir.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the other one now.
Okay, with said negatives, next box over, and you'll rapier, sir. Should be already calculated.
And that's a miss, crit miss.
Critical miss.
7.
Okay. You have a name. Oh, sorry, not a natural one. Not a natural one.
No, yeah, it was a 4.
Not gonna pull a card. However, as you try to attack this thing, it swings around and just knocks your rapier, like, not out of your hand, but again, you're kind of out of alignment like it.
Yeah.
As it actually falls out of alignment, and it's going to cost you an action next round.
Cost me an action, okay.
Sure. It's usually a meager, miscrit. Atticus, you're up.
I am going to, yet again, while growling low, gonna aim my rifle and make another shot.
Okay.
Man.
Anything else, sir?
I'll spend a reload and then take another step forward.
Okay. Getting closer. Oh, that's neat. He's doing the walking up the Alamo, the Winchester, right? With a... Yep. He's just slowly walking forward. Nice. Sherney.
Right. Take a step forward to make sure that I don't hit my new ally. And same thing, another ray of sparkling stardust shoots out of my finger.
Hmm. And a miss. Only the champion of the goddess is allowed to silence the creations, and you guys are just firing wild and magic, and they're stuck up front just dismantling these things one rapier at a time. Anything else, Sherney?
Nope, that was 3.
Okay.
Oh, also, squeezing appears to be only for like very, very narrow spaces.
Yeah, there's nothing like, it's just sort of a DM vague going, nope, there's too much crap in that square, you can or you cannot step into it.
Yeah.
I kind of figured, but...
You could apply difficult terrain penalties, so having movement.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Now, he took a step, but we could still count that as a stride, provoke attacks, they don't get them, so it's all good. You following this, Spiegler? Backing up to the salvage wall there, you're stepping into difficult terrain. So instead of taking that free 5-foot step, your action counted as a stride, which would have provoked. Don't worry, these guys are going to get attack them, but try to clear up some things for the future. You're fine, don't worry. Let's go back to your phone of Bry. Pylo, round 3.
Oh boy. All right, my friends. I still got a little bit of protection from my sanctuary on me here, so if I take any actions against these guys, I'm not going to be able to have that protection. So, what can I do to help my friends here? I guess I can give us that nice inspiring speech. We're doing so well after I gave the last one, guys. We only got one more left. We can get these guys. Let's do it. Let's get these guys dead. And then I'm going to also cast message into Shuri's head and say, those sparkly things are really quite nice, I tell you what. And I'm going to step over 5 feet.
He's flirting. Mid-combat. The guy's got style, I'll give you that. Can I have the spell, please? Yep.
There it is.
There we go.
And I moved over 5 feet, so there's my 3 actions for the turn there.
Thank you, sir. Charwin. Little blurry there, Charwin.
Yeah, I don't know. There we go.
There we go.
A little hand action.
There you go.
I think it worked well the last time, so why don't I go ahead and try a little spout again? Let's see, he's still targeted. He's got a failure on his reflex.
Fail of 11, yep.
So he's going to take 6 damage.
This thing, the spout, is so fierce and find some weak cogs that you literally cut it in half with the water spout, and it is destroyed. And before the cat runs forward, pounces, and declares, all scrap mine, mine, we will see you all next time, because we are out of time.
But it is mine.
Have a good night, everybody.